Welcome back, filmaholics. My name is Kakirik, and in this channel you find anything and everything filmmaking. And happy holidays to all of you guys. I hope you guys are having a really safe and also an enjoyable holiday. Also, thank you for subscribing and sticking around to reach 500 this year. And to get back into the point, I kind of wanted to start this thing where in the end of the year, I list out my favorite film gear that either came out that year or just my favorite film gear that I heard of, and I'm just gonna list them down and why I like them. So let's get started on that list. Quick disclaimer, this is just a personal list. So if you guys want to correct me down in the comments, you guys are free to do so, because I have not used every film gear in the world, and I would love to, but I have not. So if you guys have something for me to check out, just comment them down. So starting off in this list, we're gonna be talking about drones. And my personal favorite drone to come out in 2020 and prior is going to be DJI's, well, Mavic Air 2. You would think it'd be the higher end ones or maybe the most portable one, the Mini, and the Mini 2 that just came out. But why the Mavic Air? That's because it is just the right size of portability just for me. So if you guys can carry the bigger Mavic lines, then yeah, go for it, because those are gonna be a lot better. The telescope one, amazing. Mwah. But I don't like the Mini that much, because yes, you can bring it anywhere without having to register it and also anything like that, but it's a lot less runtime, it has less features, and I personally love the Mavic Air line so much. I honestly don't see the need for the Mavic Mini, because for a beginner, the Mavic Air is perfect. So next up, there's not really an order to these things. I just kind of list film gear because I love film gear, and I explained it too much. But lenses. So my favorite lens to come out this year or prior is going to be the Sirui 35mm anamorphic lens, and that's because it is a dream lens of mine. I love anamorphic look. It's like classic cinema look, and I love it so much. And the fact that they made it as a cheap version, but with great build quality, with great quality in general for my camera, the Sony A7 series, it's just so, I love that. That company just takes so much cakes from me. I have to stop talking about this, but I can't wait to get my hands on this type of lens. Next up is going to be audio, and I have not gotten my hands on this just yet, again, but it is my personal next upgrade, especially since I've had this mic forever now, and I understand that it's a great mic, but it is still older. It's the NTG2, and trust me, if I had enough money, I'd go for the NTG3. Everyone's heard of that. It's also used for many shorts, but I need something for both YouTube and shorts. And that's why the Deity D3 Pro is where I'm choosing that. The sound quality, in my opinion, is better than the mic I have right now. And also the build quality is pretty good. And the USB charging is what really takes the cake for me. Especially since you usually have to put a battery in there. If it dies, it doesn't have an indicator, but this does. It's the fact that you can like charge it on the go, portable chargers all over, and you could have vlogging capabilities with it. You could have on-set charging with it. It's just beautiful. So if you have two of them, you'll always have one, and you'll always have another one that's just charging. So it's perfect for that, in my opinion, for run and gun. Next thing that we're going to be talking about is lights, and I personally do not have this again, but there are going to be two lights I'm talking about. One I do have, the other one I don't, and that's because the first one is going to be the light that every YouTuber, every music video creator, any filmmaker usually goes for, which is the Aputure 120D Mark II, and that is because it's just the best light. It has the best color accuracy, it has just so many features towards it, and you'll always see it on any set that you go to that's somewhat professional. The secondary light is an honorable mention mainly because it creates this look behind me right now, and they're some of my favorite lights just because of how simple they are to use. The app is actually a lot easier to use once you get used to it. There's a learning curve. But again, it creates the look, the aesthetic that I want, and that's kind of why I love them. They are the GVM 800D, and they are full RGB. You can control it on your phone, on the dials. It's better to control it on your phone because you can dial it a lot better, which is kind of a disappointing thing in my opinion, but they create this and I absolutely love it. You can have so many stylistic things, kind of like a John Wick vibe, and that's why I love them so much. Next thing I want to talk about is gimbals, and I know everyone loves gimbals. Gimbals come out all the time. DJI and Zhiyun are like the highest market in those. They're always competing in my opinion. But I like Zhiyun's a lot more, just because of like you get so much more in such a cheaper package in my opinion. The Weebill S is my chosen favorite gimbal of 2020, just because it is so versatile. You could change it on the spot. You can do so much with it connected with your phone. There's attachments for it for like a Terra deck if you want, and well, external monitor. And also there's just so many things, like it has follow focus, and it just has so much, and I absolutely love that from that form factor. It's just a beautiful thing, and that's why it's my personal favorite. Again, didn't come out this year, but Weebill, like the Weebill line and the Zhiyun line, has been coming out with like, you know, a bunch of gimbals this year. Has that one that can hold a red camera, which is insane to me. And DJI, like nothing against them, because honestly I'd love to get my hands on one of those. But again, you get so much more with this, but it's up to you. It's up in the air. There's no perfect drone. There's only a perfect drone for your use. And I love getting low to the ground shots. I love the versatility of just being able to change it on the go. And that's mainly because I'm a run and gun filmmaker. And the last category, again, I'm gonna have two of these, mainly because there are two price points in my opinion. There's going to be the kind of under 4,000 and then the under 10,000 range. So my personal favorite camera to come out in 2020 is going to be the camera I'm using right now, and that's the Sony a7S III. Oh, like the camera everyone's been waiting for. The camera that doesn't overheat. The camera that does it all. And I love it. And if you want to see more videos about it, I'm gonna review it eventually once I get more used to the camera. And the main reason why I haven't done that yet is mainly because I haven't gotten into full frame until recently. So thank you for that, Sony. But the second camera that I want to talk about is the Canon C70. It is a cinema camera put into a little thing. It's basically the Canon C300 Mark II or 3, I forgot which one. But they minimize it into that little thing. That would be my dream camera. But the thing is, it still needs those attachments. It still needs a cinema camera rig. And I'm not there yet. But the Sony has the capability to just have a smaller rig, make it cheaper, but in the same time have a pretty good quality. So it's up in the air whichever one you want. If you have the capability to have a full, like, decked out rig for a camera, go with the Canon, especially like all the features in it. LUT preview, I love that. I wish I could do that with this, but I can't. So personally, it's just whichever. And if you guys want to check out my thoughts on either one, there's gonna be videos up here and, you know, whatnot. And those are my choices of my favorite film gears of this year. If I miss anything, just go ahead and comment them down below. I'd love to know more about the gear that you guys use, and just explain to me why you think those are better and whatnot. If you guys do want to check the film gear out and purchase them, check out the links down below. There are no extra cost to you guys, just helps out the channel. And if you guys want to check out more playlists, they're gonna be up here. And I said and again a lot. Oh god. But that doesn't change a thing. But like and subscribe and dream on.